Back in the service from what we just did, all you do is just take your high lift handles, put them right back on the tabs. Now what I'm going to show you how to do is to lift and carry a supine patient. And we actually could use one more person.
This is it.
One.
Say that the other person is right.
And, no, we're good. I think we're good. 6. Yeah. Would you lay down right here? We're going to, just like you would load somebody up on the backboard, log her on, and slide them underneath, log her on back. And put your head right here. You want to make sure the head stays in that cradle. Right there. Mark, would you come down here at his head? You're going to call it. You're going to use these two low lift handles right here. Sir, if you would come right opposite of me. Okay. If you would, come over here with your left hand on that low lift handle. And if you would, with your right hand on this low lift handle, we're all going to face that direction.
Face.
That direction. Okay. All right. Grab those high lift base handles right there underneath the Zilko, and this one right here. Okay, Mark.
Ah.
Oh my gosh.
You said you was gonna have a.
See, it's a habit.
Yeah.
Now you can easily.
Swing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hammer. You know, we just need a little low
Are you
body.
comfy? Oh, this is nice.
This is not, this doesn't feel like
I
anything.
like this.
You can actually let go with your hands.
That's pretty cool. I like did that. Just read it and it happens.
Now let's go back down and I want to show you something else. If you need to stabilize your patient, pull that black tab right there. You need to stabilize your patient inside the stretcher. Actually, pull that right there. Just crisscross these on his legs.
Well, those two, you've got black straps and white straps.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Crisscross right there. Now, right underneath his shoulder, there's a white tab. Pull that one. Pull that one right there. Down there, you get the same thing. Pull this one. Pull it right under. There's another one right underneath his knee, underneath that low left handle or high left handle. All right. You grab these two, and we're going to grab those low lift handles, which would be your last ones. Let's say you've got a really obese patient, a really wide patient. We have,
Me? Are we grabbing like this?
Yep. We're not going to go very high with him because he's not using up all the space. We may clear about 6 inches or so. On 3, 1, 2, 3. We've got that.
You're heavier now.
Yeah.
Especially on this side.
Yeah. Now let's go back down and use the high lift handles, which would be the next handle down on these extenders. Right here, you don't even have to pull them from your Velcro tail. Oh, okay. Yep. Pretty cool. You got 2 different options there. Go ahead and let that loop rest down on your wrist. You've got it gripped just a little bit too far down. Which one? With your right hand. There you go. There you go. Yeah, come up a little higher. There you go. Yeah, let that weight carry across over your wrist. All right, everybody in good lifting position. 1, 2, 3. Now you can see we can go up a little higher. Now we can make that tight turn. Let's go right through here. All right, we may have to stagger just a little bit. You go first.
We've
Make a
had,
tight turn.
we literally have some hallway and people barely, 2 of us like this wouldn't fit in the hallway.
Right. Right.
How did he get out of there?
He's the biggest. He's the rookie. Always get the biggest guy.
Well, 230-pound rookie, I got out of this.
All right. Back down. 1, 2, 3.
Tell them what's around your park one more time.
All right. Appreciate it. Now to put it back into service, it's real simple. With these extenders, right there where those 2 handles come together, the little Velcro tab is folded right there, and you just push it right back in the sleeve.
How you clean it or decon?
That's the second biggest question I always get. And to answer that question, what I tell people is if it has dirt and grime, what you want to use, and let me help you with those Velcro straps. It has a memory that's built into it. What you want to do is kind of leave a tab out right here. And you fold it right there and you just push it right inside. And you got the star in it right there.
All right, right there.
Yeah. See that got the memory built in right there?
Mm-hmm.
Come back the other way. There you go. Just like that. Now these, your hook, your loop side, this is your loop, is gonna pass underneath the hook side. Let's pull this down.
So, all right.
Go underneath, and that will go on top, and that's protected Velcro.
Oh, okay. Same thing with this one?
Yep, same thing.
With the,
See that, where that
Yeah.
fold gets
Right.
built into it? Right there, you just leave a little bit of the tab, just push that right in there. And like I said, you know, you got base handles, extenders, and safety straps. Y'all just learned every single piece on this thing. And without ever seeing it, you know, it doesn't take very long to figure out how to put it back together. Now, to answer your question on cleaning, if it's dirt or grime, what I recommend is a mild detergent with cold water. Put it in a washing machine. Do y'all have a washing machine without a center agitator?
we've got a gear washer, it's a front load.
Okay. Yeah, throw it in there, let it air dry. You don't want to put it in a machine dryer.
Okay.
Put it on a rack. If you put a fan on it, it'll be dry in about 30 minutes. It really wicks away the water really fast. If you have some kind of bodily fluid or bloodborne contaminant, which is what y'all are really concerned about, what I say is use a disinfectant that's good for soft goods. For liability reasons, I can't recommend a disinfectant, because if it doesn't do what you want it to do, that puts a liability back on me. So I can't do that. Just use a disinfectant that's good for soft goods and follow their recommendations. And then, if that doesn't really do what you want it to do, what you can do is pre-roll it with disposable absorbent sheets. Put one sheet down, put your hilt on top, put a second sheet on top of that, fold your sides, fold your ends, roll it up, and you put it in the bag, and it's already pre-rolled, ready to go with disposable absorbent sheets, just like you would on your stretcher. You get your sheet already pre-rolled there. And if that doesn't get you, Mark, you haven't seen this, we've also got a disposable version of the same stretcher. You got the only elements that are missing are these base lift handles right here and the safety straps. That's the only thing that's missing from the disposable. These are your extenders. They just have a couple of blue dots. You just pop those blue dots, and now you've got your extenders. You've got your low lift and high lift base handles on here, so you can still do the seated move if you need to. And it's been really fun introducing both of these together, because we've had so many people make comments on the cleaning that we decided to come up with a disposable version. And what we found is some departments only want the disposable, some only want this, and some are buying both. And the reason why is that the people who want only this, they're going to pay that upfront cost to have something that's going to last for years and years, and they don't mind the cleaning aspect. Some don't want to mess with the cleaning, so they're buying this and not having to mess with the cleaning, just something in a throwaway. They don't have to worry about going to the hospital and picking it up later. But then the other ones are buying both, and the reason that they're doing that is they're getting the best of both worlds. If you've got a lift or whatever without any kind of contaminants, no bodily fluids, we use this right here, don't burn a disposable.
Right.
You know, and you may just need to knock the dust off of it whenever you get it back. And then if you do have those contaminants, then you use a disposable, so you're maximizing the life of the motor. So, the next question that I get, and this is probably more for y'all than these guys, is how much does it cost?
How much can you lift in ours? Does it cost?
1,000 pounds,
Okay.
both, 1,000 pounds. There aren't any 1,000-pound patients out there.
No,
They're pushing that boundary.
We've got some people, what, 550,
Yeah,
575?
Last year, the heaviest guy in the world, he's not the heaviest in the world anymore, but he died, and he was in the UK, he weighed 965 pounds. That was the heaviest man in the world, and he died. Somebody had to carry him out, I don't know how they did it. They had to cut the wall out, sure.
We've got a lot in the 300-400 range.
Yeah, and that's, honestly, the lot in the 300 to 400 range is what gets you on alert,
Yeah.
because it's over and over.
And they're always upstairs.
And they're always, exactly.
Yeah, what's the cost?
The cost on this, full retail is $399, full retail on this is $37. Alright, we do have quantity discounts. These come in cases of 9, so a case of these is $333, you get 9 bullets in there.
So how do you come up with 9 and not 10? Size of the box?
Yeah, the box of 50 box. Yeah.
No, it's not even a number, you know.
I'm the numbers guy, I should have caught that.
I have competitors, you know, some of them do 8, some do 10, so I figured
No.
I'll shoot for the middle.
Yeah.
But, we've had, like I said, really good response, and it just kind of depends on department philosophy. I've got some departments that, we're only using this, we don't care about the other. Some we're only using this, we don't care about the other.
We're more disposable.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, you know, it really kind of depends on department philosophy.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to just tell them. Yeah, my experience with like the spine straps, they're different product, but similar in the what word I'm looking for here, the materials that are made into it. They stain, so if you got a patient that's bloody or whatever, you can bleach them, you can clean them, but they still have the stain of blood on there if you don't buy a black spider straps. And
Right.
it can be clean, but the appearance is that it's dirty.
Yeah, I had to kind of color code so that you can see what you're working with. And if you wonder about the colors themselves, it was very important to me to have a 100% American-made product. Every bit of this is American-made. Even the yarn that makes the webbing is American-made. In fact, it's made in Alabama. And I did, to get a competitive price, I had to compromise a little bit on the disposable. The webbing is made in South Korea. So, but it is all manufactured here in the United States. As far as I'm aware, I'm the only one putting products out like this, made in the USA.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you. And I hope you don't remember too much from the first time you saw it, but there's some big distinctions between what we had and what we have now. So, but to go back to your deal on the color and everything, I've had some people ask me on the Velcro, you know, the Velcro, they say, well, you know, you wash it so many times it starts to break down. Well, this is the real stuff. I've washed this. This has been washed a bunch of times. I take this out to do demo, and it's actually faded just a little bit because I want people to see that it's durable and it lasts.
Yeah.
This is, I buy it directly from Velcro, so it's the good stuff. It's not cheap foreign stuff. But if y'all are more interested in this, I don't need to talk about it.
Yeah. If you have to run those, go.
Okay. Thank you for your time. Appreciate the help.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely like that better.
From a decon point of view.
It just makes it easier for you guys.
Yeah.
Chunky. You get 30, throw it away.
Well, we can also too, if we need to, take, if we want to try to save the disposable, we can also put a sheet on there.
That's y'all's. That's the disposable.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
What I'd encourage you to do is go to our website before you put that on the truck and look at all of our videos. We have what's called HILT. We've got 9 videos, they're pretty short. All of the videos show the full version, the 2800. Y'all got the 1400. Right here. You can learn from the 2800 how to use the 1400.
Look after July 1, of this year.
Sure.
And we're broke right now, so that's just part of it, but I definitely.
I'm in for the long haul. With me, you're not just buying the product, you're buying my commitment to make sure you understand how to use the product. You're buying a service as much as you are a product. I wanna make sure that y'all don't get hurt as much as possible. I want you to have a long and healthy career. You know, honestly, there's lots of paramedics, young guys that get hurt.
Yeah,
They can't come back and work.
we just had a 30-year-old guy. Bad.
That's about right, I think.
Yeah, through the stretcher. Well, I haven't tried it.
Yeah.
With your patients on it.
Yeah.
I came right at $30 for it, so.
Mark, I'd encourage y'all to since y'all have had some injuries, I'd encourage y'all to get a loss run from your work comp carrier, and y'all can do a risk benefit analysis. On our website, on the innovation page, there's a little button that says cost benefit, and it brings up an Excel spreadsheet. You can plug in your own numbers, to your own injury numbers in there. You gotta factor in supervisor time, you gotta factor in lost time, you got to do all those things to get what those injuries are truly costing you.
Oh, yeah.
And then this is just a fraction of what you have probably already spent.
All right. That's why we went to negative, just trying to slow it down a little bit,
Yeah.
make it easy as possible for them.
Like,
I like this, we'll definitely try it. See how
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
like,
you.
yeah, like I said, we've got a lot of places. If they're not upstairs in the back bedroom, we've been, like I said, we've been in houses where they've remodeled the house and they made no room in the hallways. and
On the
it-
back corners?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're terrible.
I would encourage y'all to practice with that a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and, before you put it on the truck.
Yeah, we'll probably take a training this year.
There you go,
but
yeah.
Play with it.
And I practice on stairs and everything, because this one, it does not have the safety straps. You wanna make sure that you keep your feet up a little bit higher than the head, so you kinda create that seat, and the video shows you how to do that.
Okay.
I would use the full, you'll see in the video, there's a way to shorten, and you create a shortened version of the full version. Go ahead and use the full version, the full length.
On the disposable?
Yeah, yeah, it'll make sense once you watch the video, use the full length on the disposable.
Yeah.
How many people do y'all normally have on a carrier?
It depends. Sometimes it's only 3, sometimes it's 7, 6 or 7.
We go to me as 10.
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends on how big.
So you can get the bodies there.
Manpower's not a problem.
Okay, all right.
We did have that issue.
We didn't talk about that. You can actually put 14 people around this. if you
Yeah,
need to.
we've got a truck company, we send them everything for bid,
Okay.
so.
All right. Yeah, the way that you do the 14 people, you got 4 corner handles, and at each extender, you've got 5 extenders on each side, so each extender is another spot, so you can actually put 14 people around it. So however heavy that patient is, by the number of people you get there, you divide that load by that much. Thanks, sir. Any other questions?